Hello, Normandy Cruisers. This is Johanna with Holiday Planet with our next FAQ video getting us ready to cruise from Paris to Normandy for the 80th anniversary of D-Day. Today I'll be talking about currency, cash, and gratuities on board the ship, plus a special invitation for you, so be sure to watch to the end. First of all, what currency do we need for this trip? Hi, Maria. The answer is euros. Everyone will be using euros pretty much everywhere you're going, unless you are going somewhere before or after the trip, like maybe Switzerland or the UK. They don't use euros. You would need British pounds in the UK. But most everyone, where you're going, before and after as well, you'll always be using euros. So I recommend that you go to your local bank and request some euros before you depart. It usually takes 3 to 5 days for them to get them in, so you want to give yourselves time to do that. I also recommend requesting small bills. Otherwise, if you just say, I want 300 euros, it's going to come in 3 100 euro notes. So ask for all small bills. In my opinion, nothing larger than a 20, and lots of the smallest notes, which I believe is a 5. And then anything smaller than that would be coins. Which your bank probably won't give you coins, but lots of 5 and 10 euro notes. So it's, as soon as you arrive, you have money for tipping baggage handlers, taxi drivers, Uber, bellhop at the hotel. All those people you'll be ready to tip right as soon as you arrive. Some people ask me, how much money should I bring altogether? And it's really up to you. I generally recommend maybe having 100 euros per person per day kind of in your mind for the whole trip, but that's so dependent on you and, how do you eat? Do you eat fancy? Do you eat street food? Do you buy alcohol? Do you buy souvenirs? It really varies a lot, but that's kind of my general guideline that I give when people ask me that question. But you might not want to bring that much cash with you from home because you might not be comfortable traveling with that much cash. So I usually take maybe 300 to 400 euros to get us started. The best way to carry that is in a money belt that's completely underneath your clothing, or in any other way that's comfortable for you. And then you can withdraw more money from an ATM once you get there. Of course, your bank at home might charge you an ATM withdrawal fee each time, so it makes more sense to make a few larger withdrawals for 400 euros each rather than 10 withdrawals for 40 euros each, right? Because of those ATM charges. You can also use your credit card in country to make purchases. And I find that if your credit card doesn't have foreign transaction fees, that's also a pretty affordable way. Running your credit card or withdrawing from an ATM or ordering currency from your bank before you depart, those are all about the same exchange rate. The places you want to avoid are the money change places in the airports or the money change places in the cities, like in downtown on the city streets you'll see money exchange. Those places are a ripoff, so I would avoid those. I also avoid the ATMs that are just kind of random kiosk ATMs. Those are more likely to have ID scanners, implanted by some sort of criminal who's trying to steal your identity off your ATM card. I like to use ATMs that are at an actual bank, and those tend to be safer and less likely to have any risk of identity theft. All right, so once we're on the ship, it's a cashless system. Everything that you charge or order there will get charged to your room, and at the end of the week, your balance due would be either charged out to the credit card, hi Cheryl, that you used for your online check-in, right, when you set up a credit card for your onboard account. Or if you don't want that to hit your credit card, again, maybe because of foreign transaction fees, you can pay your onboard account in cash. Just go to your guest services desk and you can make a cash payment in euros if you prefer. Also, gratuities have already been prepaid by most of our group, but not by everybody. That has to do with whether or not you clicked, yes, I want to pay my gratuities, way back when you first booked this and filled out the booking form. But you can look on your invoice and you can see whether or not prepaid gratuities are listed in your itemized charges, and in the email that goes out with this video, we've included a screenshot of what that would look like with some yellow highlighting around exactly where you could see whether or not those gratuities have been prepaid. We usually do take some of those small bills of euros with us on board the ship for extra tipping. Tommy and I like to give a good 10 to 20 euros to anyone who has made the trip for us really special, such as a room steward or a dining room server. Or on AMA Waterways, the cruise manager is a really common person to tip because they'll be a lot more involved with us than a cruise director, for example, on a big ocean liner. So think about having euros for tipping on board the ship, extra tipping above and beyond the prepaid gratuities. Of course, that is optional, so that would be at your discretion. Finally, my special invitation for you today is a Q&A session I've decided to have for our whole group. I'll be seeing some of you at our barbecue at our house this weekend, which we're really looking forward to, but not everyone. And I know even a couple more weeks from now, even those people who have just seen me may still have more questions as you're packing, as you're getting prepared to depart, as you're reading through your travel documents. You may have more questions that come up. So I'd like to do a whole group Zoom Q&A session on June 14th. That's the last Friday before we depart. If you're departing really close to embarkation, it might be 2 Fridays before you depart, but at any rate, let's do that at 4 p.m. Pacific, which will be 7 Eastern. I think it's a great idea for everyone to log on, even if you don't think you have any questions, because you may benefit from hearing other people's questions and the answers to those. I want us to all be really comfortable that we're all set, all of our questions are answered. We're totally ready to depart and stress-free in the days leading up to this trip. Let me know what other questions you have in the comments below, or look for that Zoom link in the email that goes out with this video. Thank you, everyone. Have a great week, and I'll look forward to seeing some of you on Saturday. Bye.